It's Week 4 of the National Football League, and this one features Marlon Humphrey.
He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Ravens and the Bills under the lights on Sunday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right, if you don't take us serious today, we're going to try to extend our winning streak of our own and get back onto this plane and go home with another win under our belt.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. Last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air. But most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt them. If he continues to play at that level, it's going to be a hard team to beat on any given day.
He'll go again with Davis. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long to see if they try something else.
He's got his man. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
To throw is Allen. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Allen will throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Justice Hill to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And we'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now, deep ball for Bateman.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson up top again. Aguilar able to make the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 4th down, on comes the 7-time Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, for the Ravens field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Zone read, it's a give to Davis. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-3 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll motion over Samuel. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He runs with it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
Nice job bouncing back there on second down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in second and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up third and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Allen. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He's going to pick up the first down and more. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So Big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson now. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. Now it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, Shakir. Here's Allen to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Allen. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A huge play just before the half. An even 40 yards. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Partido now with the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Now Allen on first down. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a second straight doubleheader. Titans-Dolphins at 7:30, followed by the Seahawks and Lions at 8:15. The first half belonged to the reigning NFL most valuable player, number 8, Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to give this to Davis. And it'll be brought down right around the 40. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Now Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Now a give to Davis. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. Passes kick is good. And the Bills go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense get ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Whoa! He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll complete that to his fullback. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. To the air one more time with Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Jackson. Now deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. They get the guard, Ben Cleveland. Second down, Jackson. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to run it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Baltimore. To throw is Jackson. That's taken in by Hardy. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Jackson now on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point try now for Tucker. He gets it to go, and the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. That one good for 26 yards. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. In motion, Shakir. On second down, here's Allen. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Quick throw, taken in.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll run. It's Davis. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. In motion, Shakir. From the gun, it's Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. This is Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
First down run here by Henry, and when he signed with the Ravens this offseason, and you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield. They hope the two of them can be that combo to finally get this Baltimore team over the hump. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's going to pick it up. He'll take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A first down throw for Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. This one complete to Bateman. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Sensational stats in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. On the option, they give it to Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. This is first and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. They'll throw on first down with Allen. That'll be caught by the running back, Davis.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Allen going to throw again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll try and throw for it, and he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much, and that should wrap this one up.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On the give, here's Henry. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line. Going to go right back to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Pistol give to Henry. And some good blocking. Springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. He keeps, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman.
Here we go.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On play action, Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.